Hola, hola. Welcome back to Gizme. I'm your host, Elizabeth.
And I'm your co-host, Ketty.
And I'm nobody. How you doing? How you doing?
Señor Mario.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today?
Yeah, how has been your week?
I hope it has been as terrible as mine.
Mine? No. We have discovered
Oh, the book?
a book.
Oh, my God.
And it's all over TikTok. People
Oh my God, you found this on TikTok?
No, I didn't find that on TikTok.
Where did
She
you find it? Oh, you did.
Yeah, I found it on TikTok. Some girls crying reading the book, like her reaction to it. And I was like, oh no, wait, I need to see what the hype is about.
Me, I had been avoiding it for the past month.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I don't understand because these are things we can talk about, especially if they're trending.
Oh my God. It's
That
because
is
it
true.
hurts. It hurts.
Oh,
I'm
well.
in pain.
Well, the book is called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover.
Yes.
Hopefully that's how you say her name. But she is a #1 writer for the New York Times bestseller.
Yes.
She is awesome and she has a few books. And then there's one book in particular, which is this one. Guys, please read this book. And
Spoiler alert, we will be talking in detail. So if you haven't read this book and you would like to read it, please stop listening now.
yes, please do not listen to this because we were going to be talking about our opinions about certain parts of the book and things like that. And when we think about it and what we actually took out of this book, because it's intense.
But after you read it, come back to the video.
Yeah, come back and listen.
Yeah, and then we're going to open up the comments so you can
Like-
comment on certain questions that we're going to have out there in regards to this book.
Yes. And I'll also have the link for anybody that hasn't read the book to get the book because everybody needs to read this book.
Yes.
You'll be in pain afterwards, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's not mainly pain.
Not-
What you're going to feel
yeah.
is just a realization of life.
It's
It's one of
painful.
those, it's one of those like, damn. And then there was, I have read this whole book and only one sentence, one phrase was the one that stuck out to me. But we're going to be talking about that at the end pretty much. So tell us about this book, Elizabeth.
At the beginning, it's like just her sitting at a rooftop, and I was thinking she was going to kill herself. And then all of a sudden, this man, during this whole entire time, she was alone at the edge of like the rooftop. And then this man walks in to the rooftop and like he's upset about something. That's something she at that moment doesn't know. But then he finds out that like she's there, and then like they start a conversation, and then that's like
One of the main characters, which is Riley.
right.
He has some issue throughout the whole book.
That's-
He's a very sweet guy. Like throughout the whole book, you're going to fall in love with this man.
Yes.
And then you're going to hate him. But then you're going to fall in love with him again.
It's a love and hate relationship.
And at the end, you're rooting because at the end, it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what any woman would want. He does something wrong, and why not give him another chance? It's like, why would you, 5 seconds of bad, why would it be harmed by so many, why would it be harmed from so many good things that he did? Like, he is a sweetheart. He is awesome. He loves her. He shows that he loves her. He's passionate, but then he has this one thing.
he's abusive.
He's not abusive.
He's violent.
Not violent.
So then how do you describe
His
it?
temper,
His
his
temper,
anger,
yeah.
and then he takes it out on her. He blacks
Yeah,
out.
so the reason why he blacks out, when he was 7 years old, he accidentally took a loaded gun in his hands and killed his older brother.
Yes, he did. So he has some issues.
So ever since then, he has dealt with temper issues because obviously he didn't know how to deal with the pain it cost him to have done this innocently, because he really didn't know this gun was a real gun and that the gun was loaded and that it potentially could kill his brother.
Oh, so this was an accident.
Yes,
Yes.
it was an
Oh,
accident.
okay. I
But
was
then-
under the
but-
pretense he did it on purpose.
No.
No.
okay,
It was
okay.
an accident. He was 7 years old. He didn't know it was a real gun.
Okay.
But the thing is that throughout the book, when he does do these things, like he shoves her And because he shoves her off a counter, she hurts her eye. And because there were journals that she had written because of her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, God.
He finds them, so he becomes abusive towards that. But it's because I see it as, if I were in that situation, I would have forgiven him, because it was all incidental, pretty much. It was all because of rage. And then I would have been like her. I would have been thinking, but what did I do to get him to that point, type of thing. Like, our actions have consequences, type of thing. But just as my actions have consequences, his actions have consequences as well. Like, there was a part in the book that she even says, yes, I did keep the journals. Yes, I kept the magnet that my ex-boyfriend gave me. Yes,
I still love him.
I still love him.
And I will keep on loving him.
And I will continue loving him until the day I die. You could have even walked in on us sleeping together in a bed, and it doesn't give you the right to lay your hands on me.
Yes, she did.
Whatsoever.
That hurt, though. It hurt because
the thing is that I am a woman.
But wait, we're missing the most important part. The reason why she struggles to keep on forgiving him is because she comes from an abusive household. Like, her father.
No. Yeah. She does come from an abusive household.
Not towards her, but she grew up seeing her father.
Yes.
Being violent towards her mother.
But at the end, almost at the ending of the book, like, you see her fighting herself.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what he did to her, right? Doesn't take away the love she has for him. She still loves him, but hates him because he put himself in that situation. And then there's parts in the book, there was something that she says that until she's not in that place, she doesn't see it. Like, an outsider sees what's going on, and it's easy for them to judge and to say, well, you should leave him. But what the person is feeling, it's like, for 5 seconds, 15 seconds of something happening, or something happens for it to be just destroyed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm coming at. That.
And it's not because of the abuse she saw in her father. She's not accepting it.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
she's
that
not making an excuse.
The reason why she's fighting her own self about this whole situation is because, looking from the outside of what her mother keep on like accepting these abuse from her father, she would say, why doesn't she just leave him? But then when she saw herself in that position, she kind of understood why her mother kept on staying rather than just walking away.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to come at.
Exactly. And it's extremely hard. It's an extremely hard thing to just stop loving a person. And then this person tells you, I'm sorry, I'm going to change. And then you go back.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? For the first time ever, because you know my opinion about this subject of abuse, I was kind of like also fighting my own thoughts of like, damn, woman, like, why couldn't you just freaking burn the journals?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Take the magnet off the fridge.
It was like, it's so controversial, this damn book, because you're fighting with her.
Yeah.
You're fighting with her.
I found myself like, legit.
Like, I was mad at her. I was mad at her because I said it. I was like, yeah, but you put yourself in that situation as well because you got him to that point.
Exactly, because the first event, like the kitchen one, I was just kind of like, well, you know, I excused it because I was like, well, they're both been drinking. It just wasn't a nice situation.
But would you say she put herself in that situation because she saw how similar he is to her father?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she was actually decomparing them.
Yeah.
Like, but my father wasn't like this. My father didn't do this. Making excuses for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
so it just happened to be that he's also abusive.
No, he's okay. Wait.
Like, he wouldn't, because
not abusive, but like
but he has temper problems.
Exactly,
yeah.
temper problems. Yeah.
Like, anything could tip him off.
Yeah, not anything,
but like
extreme cases.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when the first time happened, this is what happens. He grabs and she's making dinner. She is in a apron. Underneath the apron, she's not wearing absolutely nothing. And she's
naked.
being, yes.
My kind of woman.
cooking a casserole and everything like that. She brings two bottles of wine. Then they start drinking. When they're there, they're being flirty and all this stuff and all these things. And he's saying what he was happy for, that he was going to perform a surgery. He's a neurosurgeon. Guys, he's a neurosurgeon, by the way. And how they describe him in the book, he's sexy as hell.
I'm waiting for this to become a movie.
Yeah, even though I don't like my books to become movies or trailers, or I mean, no, not trailers, or to become series, because it's really
but
bad.
that's where all the media comes from. All the movies, they come from books.
Books, exactly. But then I rather just watch the movie and not read the book. The only book that I read that I said was very close to the movie was A Walk to Remember.
I haven't read that.
I don't know what that is. A Walk
to Remember.
Sounds familiar.
By Mandy Moore.
Oh, is that the one? Is that the one from
that she has cancer?
El Diario de Percy que sé yo quién?
No.
Never mind.
No.
Oh wait, David Moore is the one from Friends.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Is she the one with the black hair?
Black hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Demi Moore? No, that's not her.
Oh wait.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is debate is between you
Wait. Bruce Willis, it's wife, I think. They all look the same.
So
anyway, going on.
Okay, but he was saying how first of all, she's a very I'm sorry that I'm saying this, but she's a very predictable author. Like, you know what's coming next.
Well, at the ending, I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't expecting the ending at all whatsoever. I thought she was going to forgive him, but that's in the end. Espérate, Libe. Talking about his hands, those best hands in Boston, his hands. And I just said to myself when I read that, something's going to happen to his damn hands. Because it was just so much the details about his hands and the importance about his hands. I was like, his hands. Something's going to happen to his hands. Remember, Lisbeth, I told you, it was like, before I kept reading, I was like, something's going to happen to his hands.
I was already advanced, so I knew something was going to happen to his hands.
And then I grab it, and then he goes to the kitchen because he starts smelling. He comes out of the bathroom. He starts smelling that the casserole was burning. So he runs to the oven, and then she goes behind him, trying to tell him to get oven mitts. But by the time he said, get oven mitts, he had the casserole in his hands already. Burning.
So how does that even make sense? How could he hold it that whole time?
No, but it was a split second. Espérate. It was something that was like a 5-second thing.
Okay.
A few
But
seconds.
still, that's like a half a second.
Espérate. He had the casserole in his hands, and by the time she was going to say it, he already had it in his hands, and he had dropped it. He dropped it on the floor. He runs to the sink to put water on his hands. And then she sits on the counter and starts laughing.
Who starts laughing?
Lily.
Her name is Lily, by the way, the person. And she starts laughing up a storm because she just found it funny that he actually grabbed the casserole and she's drunk and she starts laughing. So then he grabbed and for a split second just shoves her.
Okay.
And she falls and she hits her eye or her head.
It was close to her eye, but it wasn't like.
I think it was both.
Yeah.
I think it was both. I think she had a cut here and a bruise. Okay, I'm saying here, but you guys don't see me. But above her eye on her forehead and underneath her eye, she had a bruise. And not only that, and then right after that happens, he goes up to her and starts saying, I'm sorry. You were laughing. Oh my God. It was just something that I just did because I was frustrated. I need these hands to do the operation. Well, she pushes him hard, and he fall like he wasn't stable. So he falls to where the glass is, and the glass gets into his hands.
The hands
bleeding. He runs up and goes into the sink, and then she forgets about what's going on with her. He's worried. She's worried about his hands. And then she tries to grab a towel, tries to help him clean it up. He takes out a piece of glass out of his hand. And then that's where we excuse him.
Yes.
Because I was like, bitch, why are you laughing?
Yeah, but then at the same time, I was not like, well, like they had alcohol in their system. So it's, it was just like.
I just thought it was just something that just happened,
Yeah, but like it didn't just happen. He hit her and then she hit him back, and that happened.
No, he like shoved her.
Yeah,
it's like como
same thing. A guy shoving a girl is the same thing as hitting her.
It's like one of those. Si tú, yo me estoy riendo de ti, yo estoy encima de la mesa, and you kind of like shoved me para que yo deje de reírme, but you didn't mean to shove me for me to fall and hurt myself.
All right, that's different then.
Porque yo me caigo y me doy un golpe, tú ahí donde mí me va a decir, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously. Por eso we excused him.
Yeah,
Okay.
for that part, I absolutely excuse him.
Okay,
I was
yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
It was like one of those. And then the second incident, you don't remember?
I don't remember.
I remember it vividly.
I remember the last one, which was the one.
Okay, you
where
could speak about that one now. Hold on. And they were having dinner or something like that. He comes home from the hospital. They were gonna have a long weekend. Something like that happens. And then, okay, but I know the incident. And then she grabs and she decides to go clean herself up because they were gonna have hot sex type of thing. And then she grabs and she goes, let me go to the bathroom and let me freshen up. And then she goes and takes a shower. And then she comes out of the shower and he was livid. He was extremely mad at her. And then he explains that by mistake, the phone dropped and the case came on.
Oh, yes. I was trying to remember. And now, okay, yeah.
The case comes off. And she grabs and the phone falls. And then there's a part that he had gone to her shop and gave her a sticky note.
No. It was her ex.
Her ex.
Oh,
her
ex.
ex.
I thought you didn't mention that. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mention that. Her ex goes to her shop, her flower shop, and gives her a gift. But I'm not going to spoil it all. And writes down his phone number if you ever need me, because he finds out that he had hit her. He figured it out. And it tells her, if you ever need me, here's my phone number. Call me if you ever have an emergency. And he had put it in the back of her phone case. Well, by this time, these people are already married by then. And the phone dropped and he finds the sticky note there. She tries to explain herself in regards to it, but he was already livid. He was tempered, he was mad, and he tried to walk away from the situation.
Oh yeah, he did.
He tried to walk away.
He left.
Because she goes, I was like, there's two things that can happen here. Either he hurts me or he walks away. And he walked away. Pero esta bendita mujer del DH viene, agarra, and runs after him to explain. And then he kind of like, when she catches up to him by the stairs, she holds onto his shirt and he shoved her arm away, perdió el equilibrio, and she fell.
She fell down the stairs.
She fell down the stairs. Bueno. Ahí, they think that she has a concussion. He takes her to the apartment. This, that happens. Y ahí, I kind of excused him as well.
You did?
I kind of did. Because it was one of those, my dude, you already know what this man is capable of. Why do you run after this man? Not only that, you grab his shirt. You grab it and he's tempered. You know he's an angry man. He's a tempered man. You need to let him cool down.
But by this time, she didn't know.
Yes, she did, because they had fights before that.
They had a fight before that, but...
No, they have had little regular, what do you call this? Couples fights.
But it wasn't anything crazy.
No, it wasn't anything crazy.
What I'm saying is that she didn't know about his temper problem.
No. I understand that. But okay, they were trying to work at it. That it's one of those, you just need to let me walk away. I'm going to walk away and leave. He has left when he felt that his temper was getting bad. And he will walk it out. And then he will come back. And then they would talk it out. It was
it was after that.
Yes, it was after that. No, honey, because why would she reference it? Either he would leave or he will hurt me. They had a conversation about this.
I don't know. I have to reread the book now.
You have to reread it, girl, because I have it very clear. And then that happened, and this and that, and blah blah blah. In regards to the temper, well, they worked things out and he says that he's sorry. She pretty much said, I put myself in that predicament because why didn't I throw away the phone number? And at the same time, I'm thinking after the third one happens, why the heck didn't she throw all that shit out if she knew what could happen? But keep going.
I mean, I had forgotten that thing existed on the back of her phone. Like by the time I read that part, I was like, wait, that was still a thing, because
I had it the whole time, and I was thinking about the journals the whole time throughout the whole book.
The journals, yeah, and even the gift.
Yes, I was thinking about the journals. I was thinking about the gift when they move into the new apartment.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. I was just like, she didn't take that shit with her, right?
Well, of course she did.
She didn't take it with. Of course she did. Go to the third scene.
She owns a flower shop, and then he walks into the flower shop telling her, like, with 2 cups of coffees and like a newspaper under his arm. And then when he gets to her, that she's by the counter, he's like, oh my God, I have some amazing news. Here's your coffee. And then she's like, okay, so tell me the first news. And then he's like, well, you did it. Your flower shop made it to the best new small businesses in Boston. And then she was like, oh my God, like, they were celebrating. And then she was like, okay, so what's the second best news? He was going to do the study in Cambridge in England. And then it was like an applied thing. So you had to be accepted to it. And then he shares the news that he got in. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, more celebrating. And then the third news was that his sister was going into labor.
No, the third news was that he got a job offer in...
No, it was that his sister was in labor.
Oh, okay.
And then... she was like, oh my God, we're going to be aunts and uncles. Like, so excited. Then whatever, they head off to the hospital. He leaves, like, she stays at the hospital for longer. And then he leaves earlier because I forgot for what reason he left.
He needed to go back to work the next day.
Yes.
Early.
Something like that. And then by the time she gets home, she thought he was already asleep, because all the lights from the new apartment they had just moved into were off. And then when she turns on the kitchen light, he was in the kitchen. And then
No, that's no.
Yeah.
But then when did he tell her that they were moving to Minnesota?
Oh, that was before that.
Because the thing is that they decided to...
That was before that. That was before he got the apartment.
So then when did this incident happen?
This incident happened in the new apartment, sister.
But then the thing is that then they decided, because the England trip and the thing of Minnesota was all in the same conversation.
No.
I'm going to have to read that part again, guys.
And then... he was like drinking some
Scotch.
There you go. He was drinking scotch. And then, they were like making out and whatever and doing spicy things. He asked her, who got you the magnet that's on the fridge?
That was the first question he asked before they started making out.
Yes. But then she ignores it and then they just keep on making out.
No, they start making out. He asks again.
That happens and whatever. He asked her again. And then by that time, she already saw the anger in him, that it wasn't him anymore. It wasn't.
No, the anger started when he asked her to read the newspaper. That's when the anger started.
So then,
not what he says or she says, but the thing is, he asked her to read the newspaper. She starts reading it, and it has to do about her ex-boyfriend. His ex-boyfriend says Her ex-boyfriend says he recalls the name of the restaurant.
He gets interviewed and they ask him where did the name of the restaurant came from. He describes the name, and the name coordinates with the magnet on the fridge.
Yeah, Better in Boston.
Yes.
And it's called Bibs. So then he grabs and he gets extremely upset because she doesn't want to continue reading. And then he tries to rape her. And then not only tries to rape her, headbutts her.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then by that time, he, again, obviously tries to apologize, tries to say that he was sorry, that he lost it, he wouldn't do it again, and all these other things.
And then when she walks into the room, she sees all her journals spread out. Obviously, he had read the journals.
Oh, yeah. Before he forehead things her, she walks into the room and that she finds out that he knows everything by this point already. That's the reason why he was asking, because he knew everything. When that happens, she leaves. She decides to leave, and he thinks about a numerous amount of people who she could call to ask for help because she didn't want to be near him. She ends up calling her ex and stays with her ex, and then her ex takes her to the hospital, and that's when she finds out that she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant, guys. Spoiler.
Yeah,
but then
spoiler.
Those are the things that the last one I didn't excuse him at all, because he wasn't supposed. Why would you do that? The first two are like, okay, maybe it's her fault, but the last one, there was no reasoning behind all of that.
Yeah, like he went too deep at it.
He took a little to extreme.
Exactly. And then it's one of those things that, okay, first is a shove, then it's pushing me down the stairs pretty much.
Jeez.
And then now you're headbutting me and hurting me. When I came up with the realization, because I was rooting for them so bad, guys. I was rooting for them. I wanted him to go to therapy or to get help.
But he had been going to therapy.
Yeah, but he said it never helped him.
Yeah, it never helped him.
It never helped him. I thought that he was going to actually realize that, or they were going to work it out that she wasn't going to get to a certain point or do certain things. But then the thing is that why does a person need to live like that?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think it was since the second scenario and incident, I felt like they weren't going to end up together. But it hit hard. To me, it hit hard.
It hit harder for me when he was just taking care of her. And during the, after, at the end of the pregnancy, I'm making her breakfast, sleeping on the couch. I just thought that it was just going to work. But then the realization on why she asked to divorce him and actually separate for good was for his daughter.
That hurt.
That hurt so
my
bad.
soul. It hurt. Honestly, you know what? I talked to a friend and she had told me how she bawled out and was sobbing at the end of this book. And then I was like, oh, okay. And it just made me more oh my God, I have to finish reading this. And then I finished and then I was like, oh. And I didn't cry. So I was like, what the heck? Why didn't I cry? Well, I was like, well, maybe because I don't know. I don't feel
because you don't have a soul.
No, say. I honestly, it just, I don't know. And then after I started to keep on thinking things through of the ending, I was like, oh my God. When I went to pick up the kids, Isaac asked me about it and I was just like, okay, yeah, I get it now. I get it.
I understand. I understand where she came from.
Yeah, wouldn't you do the same thing if you were in her situation? I would have left.
No, yeah. But the thing is that you have to read this book to understand where her pain comes from.
And then
how she asked for the divorce.
And then honestly, us, at least me as a woman, I wouldn't have left.
Seriously?
I wouldn't have left.
I know you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have left.
Even if it puts your kid's life in danger?
No, my kid's life, obviously, yes.
Well, but that's the reason why she did it. That's the reason she left.
No, it's not that the kid's life is in danger. Because she was in an abusive relationship. Mm-hmm. Not her particular, her household. Her father was very abusive towards her mother, but not towards her.
Yeah, but it's still, even if they're not abusive to you, it still does things to you psychologically.
To the child.
To the child, yeah, exactly.
Exactly. That's where she comes out.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. You're still putting your child in danger, not physically, but mentally.
Yeah, pretty much. And then that's where. But then the thing is that me as a woman, I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't have had that strength.
So what would you have done?
Nothing. She would have stayed. She just said it.
No. Okay, but
I would try to work it out, expecting that person to change.
But what if he doesn't change? What if that person doesn't change?
That's where this phrase comes out. Cycle exists because there is excruciating to break. It takes an astronomical amount of pain and courage to disrupt a familiar pattern. Sometimes it seems easier to just keep running in the same familiar circle rather than facing fear of jumping and possibly not landing on your feet.
Ouch.
So let me ask you this. Compared to other books that you guys have read in this genre, what makes this one so different that you, Elizabeth, were avoiding it for a month?
Well, I didn't necessarily know the concept of the book until I started reading it. I purposely did that to myself because I just wanted to enjoy the book. But, however, what makes this book different that I had been avoiding it is the fact that so many people had said how this book changed something inside of them that I was scared.
Okay. What about you, Katie? I mean, I know you haven't avoided it, but compared to, because tú has leído novelita, ¿no?
Claro que sí.
Right? So this is basically the same genre, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, because you...
a sort of... It has a sense of erotic, but not too much.
Not too much, yeah.
But it also has real life situation. Mm-hmm. And all the novelas that I have...
They're always dramatized, right?
They're all dramatized and they're all lovey-dovey. And el protagonista y y el prota, they all end up together.
So
like,
this one felt very real for you.
yeah,
That's what
and
it
then
is.
other things that I have read, there has been a murder in it. Somebody gets killed, somebody that they love, or something like that. Which is one of those, oh, okay. But this hit home. This hit home a lot because my first husband, he was a man that hated going out with me, taking me out, and things like that. And I broke that cycle. I decided to leave him because it wasn't an abuse physically, but there was a lot of psychological abuse when it came to that because I didn't feel good enough for that person whatsoever. And then now with my second husband, which is why it hit home completely. My husband has put his hands on me like twice, but I honestly have said that it was because I took him to that level pretty much. Not only that, the thing is that he is a person that hates to talk. He hates talking. He doesn't like to talk. He doesn't like to express himself. And that's one of the things that I need. I need communication. I need someone, I need a rock. And that's something that I never had with him whatsoever. And even till now, I would think maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll change his ways. Maybe, and at the first sign of like something's going on wrong with us, he'll run away. And he would disregard completely that he is leaving me with 5 cars, with rent due, and all by myself with 3 kids. He would disregard that regardless because he will only be extremely selfish in regards to his feelings or what he wants to do. And then that's where it hit home. That's where with reading this, it's like, damn, okay, maybe it's not to the point that he'll abuse me every chance he gets, but there is psychological abuse. There is that sense of, damn. And it's one of those that as soon as I started reading that he started asking her questions about his daughter, because he literally asked him, I was just like, what will you do if your daughter comes up to you one day and say that her husband tried to rape her and hurt her? What would you say to her? What would you say that he accidentally pushed her and she got hurt? What would you say to her then? I was just like, and he came up with the realization. I would tell him to leave him, to get out, that you deserve better than that. And it's one of those, I wanted to text him so bad and ask him, like, what would you do? Everything you have done to me, what would you do if your daughter comes up to you and say that her husband is treating her like this, like this, like this, like this, like this? But then the thing is that even if I ask him, he's going to disregard it. Like it's not a big deal. He'll disregard it and not answer me, or he'll hang up the phone, or he'll block me. He'll do all these things. But then in my mind, just like she does, she thinks only in the good parts of him. He's compassionate. He makes me feel good. He loves me, until she realized, like, no, this is not healthy. This is not right. This is not correct. And that's not what I need my daughter to see. And that's something I don't need my daughters my kids, because obviously if he's living with me, my 3 kids are going to see that. My son is going to see it, that's the correct way to treat a woman. And my daughters will see him and say, that's the right way a man needs to treat me.
Which is why she left.
Exactly.
You see?
Sorry, guys.
Full circle.
The good thing is that this is in English. She will never hear this.
Wait, the book is in Spanish?
No.
Oh, there is
This
a
is
Spanish
in English.
version, but the
well.
podcast, you mean?
Oh,
On the
okay, okay.
podcast. He's not going to hear our story out there, guys.
Sure. What is the name of this book? You guys haven't said the name of the
we
book.
said that it ends with us.
Oh, that's the name of the book. Oh,
And then
okay.
all of it has to do with the end. It with us is her and her daughter.
Oh.
That the cycle ends with them.
Yeah, the
You see,
cycle.
full circle.
Because she says, my mother went through this. I went through this.
And she wants to
And
break
she
the circle.
doesn't want
the cycle.
and she doesn't want her daughter to go through this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you this. I really do believe that mental, psychological hurt is way worse than physical. Like, I would rather get punched to almost dead
I've always said that.
than getting psychological hurt. Because me
But
and
the thing is that, I'm sorry that I interrupted,
Yeah.
Mario. When somebody hits you, especially if you love this person, it not only hurts physically,
It hurts mentally.
it hurts mentally.
yeah, but of course, but physically you can move past that, right?
No, it's really hard for you to move past that because
But-
it will damage you psychologically.
But I would say that psychological stuff it will be even worse.
No, but
I think
Honestly,
both of them have equal effect. Both of them have equal effect.
Yeah.
And
Especially
I think it's worse.
You think?
When it comes from a person you love, hell yeah.
Because the thing is that you are thinking, even if this person puts their hand on you, psychologically, right? As long as this person doesn't speak and touches you, it's not a big deal. Like, you think about it. Like, if you think about it, if you move past and you get help and stuff like that, you'll tend to move past it a little bit. But when somebody hurts you physically, just the touch of that person, they get gently. You just think about him punching you in the face. At least for us women.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think it might just be different between men and women then. Because I honestly do think that, like, psychologically, to me, it's like way worse than getting healing.
Because you're saying it to us females is totally different than
pretty much.
men, because you guys have the power that you control everything with your mind.
Yeah.
What am I, a psychic?
No, you control your yourself, your emotions, your temper, everything with, not that we
like
don't,
we're more
but
rational.
Well,
is that what you're trying to say?
You use your brain.
Yeah, more rational. That's
yeah, pretty much. And it's different for us because
the thing is that you guys have the power, the manpower. You guys are strong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You guys are strong. And then physically, if somebody hurts you physically, it literally will have to be someone, your strength, your power, literally another man.
Exactly.
Because the thing is that you men see us women as being very weak. If a woman hits you, you're not going to think of it like, oh, damn, she's hitting me, like type of thing. It's not a psychological thing because you're a man.
Yeah.
Unless literally she chops off your balls, then that's different.
Exactly.
Christ.
And then there's also the thing that as men, it is more difficult for you guys to open up than us women when it comes to verbal abuse.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's a whole different conversation there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's all.
And then, but the thing is that I see it as physically, when you guys hurt us physically, it's really hard for us to retaliate because you guys are not going to feel the same pain.
Yeah.
And not only that, we feel vulnerable. We feel that you guys have the power to kill us.
Yeah, literally, I watched this video on Facebook. The guy, they were like in the car, him and his girlfriend, and he didn't hit her, but like almost like made the emotion to hit her. And literally every time he tried to like move his arm, the one that was next to her, she would like get scared and everything.
Exactly.
Honestly.
The thing is that it's the power part. Because you know that even if you try to do something to this man for it to hurt as much as it hurt you, it's not going to hurt that bad.
It's not going to happen, yeah.
It's not going to hurt that bad because you psychologically, us women psychologically, we think that it damages us because you think this man can literally kill me if he has the power to kill me.
You know what? The ending of this book hurt, but after this episode, I am in even more pain because...
Don't start crying.
No, I've been avoiding it for the past few minutes, honestly. But through this conversation, you guys made me realize something, that this book is deep.
No, I have not read this book, and I will not read it.
Why?
Just wanted to say that.
Why?
I don't like reading.
I
hate reading.
You'll wait for the movie.
I'll wait for the movie, yeah.
But I feel that in the movie,
a lot of it's not going to be.
It's not. You're not going to, because there's the things that are going through the person's mind that the narrator is not going to be able to put into a movie. There are things that she's thinking, debating within herself and things like that.
But what if it was a female director? Do you think she's going to be able to do that? No?
No.
It's really hard.
Because the thing is that every single, like most of the book, it's her reacting in her mind to what just had happened.
Wait, so does that mean that this book, the person that read it, is something that happened to her?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. The person that wrote it, she's talking about her own experience.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because if
you didn't read the...
No, I didn't read the note of the author.
Oh, yeah.
An acknowledgement.
I do.
Of course.
I mean, of course.
Of course.
I'm gonna have to read it. The thing is that I was rushing so we can get this podcast done, and I didn't want you to spoil it for me, or I wanted to have my own opinion about it. But the thing is that, ladies, I can tell you this now. If you do not feel comfortable and you feel that you're being abused in any type of way, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be extremely, extremely hard. But you need to leave. because this person, because I say person because it could be a girl, it could be a guy. If you're gay, if you're a lesbian, if you're non-binary, and if you have a partner, your partner is being abusive towards you physically or mentally, please walk away, because you deserve a lot more. And even if you don't think there's nobody out there for you, you will find somebody. And if not, you will still have yourself. And you don't have to change yourself, and you don't have to be different, and you don't have to stop doing certain things for it to be the way you want it to be. And if it doesn't work out, be like J-Lo, mi gente. Get married 1,000 times.
Uno quitado y otro
Pray.
puesto. Uno quitado y
Que
otro
se llene,
puesto.
que se llenen, llénanse la mano.
Yo
enteras.
soy firmemente creyente de que si no funciona y me tengo que casar 100 veces me caso.
God
Amén.
damn.
Mientras que yo encuentre lo que yo necesito y para yo ser feliz, yo me caso 100 veces, no me importa. Que digan lo que quieran. Sorry, familia.
God damn, woman. 100 veces.
A mí no me
Ay,
importa,
no.
no me importa. Yo necesito ser feliz y yo necesito sentirme en paz
So you-
conmigo misma.
Mira,
So you're
mi
saying that your
pareja
happiness
ideal.
comes from your partner? Is that what you're saying? That your happiness comes from your partner?
No,
Oh.
Pero que si yo estoy con alguien, se supone que yo necesito sentirme feliz con esa
Y
persona.
no
Si
tan
yo-
solamente feliz, segura.
Exacto.
Yeah, no.
De ser tú misma, de poder reírte cuando tú quieras, de ponerte la ropa que tú quieras, de hablar con quien tú quieras, de salir cuando tú quieras y no tener un control. Obviamente hay ciertas cosas that we need to do in order for your partner to feel comfortable. There's certain things that you adjust,
No,
but you
yeah.
cannot stop being who you are.
Yeah, but we're Hispanic. We're too toxic for that. We're way too
Pe-
toxic.
Pero ahí es que entra.
No, es
because-
que tú no necesitas ser tóxico para ser tú.
No, I mean on the part where she was saying, no importa con quién yo ando. It's like we're too toxic for that.
No, because the thing is that
No.
one thing that I'm going to say is, if you're my partner,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be certain that I am not going to do anything against.
That's
Of
insecurities.
course, of course.
That's
No, I-
insecurity.
I 100% agree.
No diga que
I'm
you're
just saying that-
tóxico and then all that stuff. Then you need to leave.
Yeah, definitely.
You need to leave if you have a toxica or toxico. You need to leave. You can't be living like that. That means that something is going on, that you do not trust this man. You need to leave.
I 100% agree with you. Now
need
it's
to
just
leave. No.
now it's just put it in practice. That's all.
Exactly.
Bueno, yo estoy single, so yo no lo voy a poner en práctica.
Oh, me too. So we're good.
When I'm single too, guys.
Everybody's single here.
Everybody's single. We're all single.
I'm single too, guys. No, pero que, mi gente, por favor.
But if you ever find yourself, which I pray to God you never find yourself in a situation like this, find the necessary resources. Call Hotline that there is out there and find resources, find help for you to be able to get out of this situation and break this circle and end it with you.
Yes, and do it for your kids. Do not raise men that will become like your husband if he's abusive. Do not raise daughters seeing that since her mom accepted it, you can accept it as well. Cut it with you guys, okay?
What's the question for this episode? For this
Just
week?
the opinion.
Just the opinion. Okay.
Opinion about the book.
Yeah, I think that's
If
pretty
you
good.
have read it and if you haven't, I will
And did you like it?
Okay, bye.